Hey, I'm 30 seconds early. Ha ha ha. Welcome. My name is Candace Duff, and welcome to our timed guided live writing sprints. We're going to be doing writing sprints 15 minutes on and 5 minutes off. And we're going to be doing this today at 11 a.m. and also again at 7 p.m. So, welcome to timed guided live writing sprints. I'm going to give people a few minutes to join me. If you don't know already, I'm your host, Candace Duff. I'm an attorney, I'm also an author. I write under two different pen names, and I like doing these writing sprints every year during NaNoWriMo, otherwise known as National Novel Writing Month, because it gives us an opportunity to write in a group, right? To have company while we write. It gives us accountability. It gives us a focused time to get the writing done, and I like to do it during NaNoWriMo, especially because everybody's trying to get their word count up. So I'm going to give folks a few minutes to join me. If you're watching this video after it's already recorded, you might want to go ahead and fast forward to the 3-minute mark because that's when the sprint is going to officially begin. So right now, we're allowing people to get to join us. And if they do join us, we're going to have chats with them about where they're writing from and get them to say hello in the comments and make sure they know that they can see me and they can hear me. If you're already on here, say hello in the comments down below. And also let me know if you can see me and hear me okay. All right, so let me know if you can see me and hear me okay. We're going to give folks a few moments to go ahead and join us. I also like to put the YouTube on my television set to make sure that I can see what I'm doing here on YouTube. And I'd like to put it on mute so that I don't disturb us while I do that. All right, so let me know where you're writing from and whether or not you can see me and you can hear me okay. We're going to get started if you're just joining us in about 42 seconds with our first writing sprint. We're doing 15 minutes on and 15 minutes off. Sorry, 15 minutes on and 5 minutes off. It's going to be a 15-minute writing sprint and a 5-minute break. And we're going to be doing 3 of those during this session. And we're going to be getting started in about 30 seconds. So make sure you know where you want to start. Make sure you know. I'm just keying up the television set so I know where we are, so I can see myself on video. Make sure you know where you want to start. Make sure you have your notes in front of you. Make sure you're ready because our sprint's starting in about 8 seconds. And this will be our first writing sprint of the session. So I'm looking for my timer, which I do every single time. And I'm setting the timer for 15 minutes starting now. Go. And stop. All right, so how did that last session go? That was my first session of the day, so I only got like 352 words, but you tell me how many words you got and how your sessions are going. Maybe you started earlier than I did, maybe you did better than I did in that last sprint. Also, what are you writing? I write romantic suspense, so that's what I'm writing, but you can tell me in the comments what you're writing. So welcome for those of you who are just joining us. My name is Candace Duff. I'm going to be your hostess. For today, we're doing time-guided live writing sprints. Sorry about that. Let me turn the ringer off. We're doing 15 minutes on and 5 minutes off. And we're on our 5-minute break right now. And that's where we are. So our timer for 5 minutes has already been set. We're at 4 minutes and 30 seconds. And we're going to be starting again in a few minutes with our next writing sprint. It'll be our second writing sprint of the day. And we're going to be doing a total of 3 during this session. So welcome. Let me know where you're writing from. I'm in Miami, Florida. So where are you writing from? Let me know in the comments. And also let me know what genre you're writing in or what type of book you're writing. It's really funny because when you have all these gadgets and gadgets and they're all kind of linked, you have your tablet, you got your phone, you got your watch or whatever. Whenever one thing rings, the other thing rings too. So you turn off the ringer on one gadget and there's a ringer on another. It's kind of like wild. And it's really dangerous when you go into court. Let me tell you, judges in federal court do not like it when your phone rings. I remember one time I was walking into federal court, so unprofessional, and I've been doing this for like 20-some years already. And I didn't realize that my phone was still on. They used to not let you bring your phone in, but now they do if you're a lawyer. And my phone rang, and I was like, oh my God, the judge is going to stand up from the bench and shoot me right there in the aisle. So I just kindly reached into my purse, switched it off. This is experience talking, threw it back down and said, good morning, Your Honor. My name is Candace Duff, and I'm here on behalf of so-and-so. And I went right into my speech. Can you imagine? If I had been like a new associate, I'd have died right there on the spot. It was crazy. And I could see the judge kind of like trying not to smile because he knew. I mean, he knew I was horrified and mortified. Anyway, these are the things that you go through. All right, so we have 2 minutes and 53 seconds left until our break is over. If I were you, I would grab some water, some tea, some coffee, some wine. It's a little early, but whatever it is that gets you writing, I'm not judging. This is really water. And, and get ready for our next sprint. I would also grab my notes, my character arcs, my outlines, whatever, my beats, as we call them, just to make sure you know where you're going to start when that sprint begins. Because you don't want to be sitting there like, oh my goodness, where do I start? Where do I write? Instead of writing when the sprint actually begins. So gather your stuff around you. Make sure you're ready for the next sprint, which is going to be happening in 2 minutes and 15 seconds. All right, and let me know, because we're not sprinting now. I got the wrong banner on there. Let me know if you can see me and if you can hear me okay. Because sometimes I think I'm talking to myself. Let me know in the comments if you can see me and you can hear me okay. Not that talking to yourself is a bad thing. I used to say as long as you don't answer, but as I get older, I actually answer sometimes too. I know I'm not the only one. All right, so our next sprint is going to begin in 1 minute and 36 seconds. Make sure you have everything you need to get started because that comes up sooner rather than later. I'm typing you a message in the comments. I'm writing romantic suspense. What are you writing? Let me know in the comments. All right. So our next sprint is starting in 38 seconds. Make sure you're getting ready. This alarm's going to go off, and then I'm going to set the alarm for the next 15-minute writing sprint. Once again, we're doing 15 minutes on, 5 minutes off. So we'll be going into our, I believe this will be our second writing sprint of the day. So, and we're doing a total of 3. It's funny because I lost track. I got so immersed in my writing, I didn't even know which sprint we were on. We're heading into our second writing sprint, and our break is getting ready to end in a few seconds. All right, so here comes the alarm for the break ending. And now I'm setting the alarm for the next writing sprint. It's going to be for 15 minutes. And that sprint starts now. and stop. All right, so welcome back. We're done with our writing sprint, and it went a lot better for me. I got a little under 600 words in this time, and my word count increases each time I sprint. So, we're doing timed guided writing sprints, and we're doing 15 minutes on and 5 minutes off. We're on our 5 minute break right now. I'm setting the timer for a 5 minute break. And after we get done with our 5 minute break, we're going to be starting with our third and final writing sprint of the session. So we're doing 3 writing sprints this morning, and we're doing 3 writing sprints again this evening at 7 p.m. So if you want to join me at 7 p.m., you're welcome, of course, to come back and get some more writing in. Hopefully, you'll write in between the sprints. We're going to be doing these sprints on today is Thursday, on Saturday at 11 a.m. So we'll be back here tonight at 7 p.m. and again on Saturday at 11 a.m. for timed guiding writing sprints. And if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to the channel so that you never ever have to miss another writing sprint or any of the videos that I drop in the interim. All right, so welcome back. If you don't know already, my name is Candace Duff, and I'm your hostess for today's timed guided writing sprints. We're doing 15 minutes on, 5 minutes off. We're in a 5 minute break right now. Our next writing sprint begins in 4 minutes and 4 seconds. So last night, I don't know, if you've been on these other writing sprints with me, you've heard me talk on and on about this show that I'm watching on Amazon Prime or Prime Video. And it's called 007 Road to a Million. And it's one of those, because one of those reality shows. And basically, the contestants are going through a whole bunch of trials and tribulations in an effort to win $1 million. And it's based on the James Bond series, James Bond movies and franchise. And so these trials take place in these like exotic locations, places where the movies were shot, Italy and in the middle of the desert and all kinds of stuff. And there's like 6 pairs or so. They're like one of them is a husband and wife team, 2 of them are brothers, 2 of them are friends, they're nurses that work together. One is a father and son duo, one is like 2 brothers or whatever. So pretty cool. And they all go through these trials and tribulations together in an effort to find these suitcases. And they do things like climb really high cranes to get to the suitcase, or have to dive under a lock, underwater, and unlock, the suitcase, the padlocks on the suitcase with tiny keys and stuff. It's pretty wild. And as much as I love, and I do love, I'm obsessed with the 007 franchise. I don't know, and as much as I would like to get $1 million, who wouldn't? I don't know if I would actually, well, physically it'd be hard for me to do those trials. But also the questions that have to be answered. They're like modern, they're like European history, they're based on European history and also world history. So you have to be a real big history buff and to know a lot about European history, especially to be able to answer the questions. I think I got about 75% of them right, sitting in my living room watching it. But it was a really good show, and it's on Amazon Prime. So if you're already on Amazon Prime, you already have access to it. You can go ahead and see it, and I think you'll really like it. And if you don't, what are you waiting for? Click on that link in my bio and join Amazon Prime. Who doesn't want free shipping, right? On a whole bunch of products and stuff. And who doesn't want to watch fantastic shows? I myself can't wait for the next season of Reacher. They did the John Reacher series, like they did a series on Amazon a couple of seasons ago, and it was amazing. And they're coming back with it next year. I'm excited to see it. So I don't know. I think these channels are starting to do really good original series, and I've been enjoying them. Besides, we haven't had anything else to watch with strike and everything going on. so, so I've been watching older movies and older series. Hi there, Scat. Good to see you. Where are you writing from? I'm in Miami, Florida. And thank you so much for joining us, and thank you so much for commenting. Our next timed guided writing sprint is starting in 55 seconds. So Scat, if I were you, I would grab some water. I would grab my notes and make sure I'm ready to start writing, because our break is getting ready to end. I always ramble on during the break. We're going to be doing this again, too, at 7 p.m. tonight. So that's Eastern Standard Time. in the US. So if you want to sprint again with me tonight, that'll be great. Our next writing sprint begins in a few seconds. It begins, well, our break is ending in 23 seconds. And then I'll be setting the timer for our next 15-minute writing sprint. Grab some water, grab some coffee, grab some tea, grab your notes, and welcome to you too. Hopefully you've enjoyed my rambling on. All right, our break is getting ready to end. And I'm setting the timer for the next writing sprint. And our next writing sprint begins now. And stop. All right, welcome back. Thank you so much for joining us today for our time-guided writing sprints. We're going to be doing this again at 7 p.m. tonight, so come back here and sprint with us some more. In the meantime, keep writing. I intend to keep writing, and I hope to see you back soon. Take care and have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye now.